The depth, not the breadth, the depth.
Indeed.
So kind of where we left off last week, it was, I mean, right at the end of 1895 is when this Lumiere, this Lumiere presentation happened in December 1895, or 1895.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that just kicked off an enormous amount of filmmaking all around the world, from the Lumieres and from others.
Yeah, it really kind of started as like a bit of a booming business, or a booming just thing that people were interested in, I guess. Mm-hmm. I did read up on it and saw that the Lumieres started to hire and work with a lot more camera operators that they kind of sent around the world to different places to make more films.
It seems like kind of the genesis of the travelogue in that way.
Yeah. I feel like my thought watching the Lumiere brothers films from this year was they took them out of the backyard and into the streets.
Ooh, mean streets.
The mean streets of Lyon, France, and abroad.
Yeah, I mean, I put down a small list of a couple of the actualities that I think mostly Lumiere that I saw from different places. Like there were some on Broadway in New York City, Venice, London, Mexico, Geneva, and Moscow.
Yeah.
So going all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like the people who worked in the Lumiere factory, possibly who were in the film we watched last week.
Oh yeah.
Of the workers leaving the Lumiere factory. There's one guy, Charles Moisson, I think is how his name is said. So we looked it up, but oh well. He was a mechanic at their factory and helped develop the cinematograph, their sort of film projector camera lab hybrid.
Yeah.
And became kind of one of their traveling cameramen.
Interesting.
I didn't know that. There's another guy, Jean-Louis Promio, who saw the 1895 show, the exhibition, and kind of joined the team and helped train other cinematograph operators and traveled all over the world.
Wow. That's interesting because as we'll get to later, it seems that the Lumieres were a little standoffish at that exhibition. All these people trying to buy their cameras and them just for like 10,000 francs or 50,000 francs. And they just said no.
Yeah.
Or wait, how do you say no in French?
No.
No.
You really say it the same way, but with a much heavier accent.
Yeah. So actualities from around the world, but probably their most famous actuality from this time.
Which is also, I think, one of the earliest from the year also.
Hold on, my dog just walked in.
Oh,
I thought I closed the door. Lucy, come on.
This has to stay in. This is too good to cut out. This is important podcasting. What the listeners want to hear.
So professional.
Can't cut that out.
Yeah, I'll cut it out. Oh, I can cut it out. Watch me. So their most famous, right? Their most famous movie that the Lumieres did, I would imagine.
Yeah. Sure.
And I would hazard the most famous film before Trip to the Moon in 1902.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, is Arrival of a Train at La Ciotat Station, or Glenn. Mr. I thought you looked this up.
I know, I don't have it in front of me. Hang on. Or Arrivée d'un train à la Ciotat.
So, Arrival of a Train at the Station, which you have likely seen before, unlike a lot
Classic.
of these. Unlike a lot of these, is a stationary camera that is set up at like right along the edge of a train track, and you're seeing all these people waiting for the train to arrive, and then the train kind of comes in at this diagonal angle along the screen, and then fills up most of the left side of the frame, and people get on the train, and then the film ends. It's about 45 seconds long. But this is the movie that has the story that you may have heard, which is probably not true, that that the audience upon first seeing this thought that the train was going to hit them, and so screamed and ran from the theater.
Yeah, which pretty much every article or blurb that I've read about this film says that is almost 100% not true. They're like, no, people weren't that dumb. Like they understood what they were seeing was sort of light projected onto a screen, and that's that sort of thing. Even if film, like moving pictures, weren't really a known form of entertainment then.
Yeah,
that there were magic lantern shows and there were sort of theatrical projections and things like that they were probably familiar with.
And also, I imagine they kind of went to go and see this under the pretense that they were going to see a motion picture and not a real train that was going to hit
unless
them.
It was a sort of King Kong situation where they didn't know what they were going to see.
Is that what happens in King Kong? It was like mysterious until they open the...
I mean,
we'll get to King Kong.
we're not there yet.
Yeah.
But it is funny that is kind of like the thing that it is probably most well known for is that story, which is probably untrue.
Yeah. But I mean, it's a neat little film. If we're looking at it from the context of a lot of this early cinematography, I think the shot is really dynamic. It's
yeah.
I think I saw it described somewhere as like, you know, even though it's one single shot with no edits, it kind of forms a wide, a medium, and a close up in composition as the train gets closer and closer to the screen. And we are seeing more kind of deliberate framing in these movies coming up.
It feels very deliberate that they filmed it that way.
Yeah, it's a cool shot.
Yeah. A lot of their films from this year were similar to that, where they felt very deliberate and were just very cool shots.
Yeah. Well, before we get onto that, did you see that like 4K 60 frames per second version of Arrival of a Train that was floating around on the internet? It's disgusting and I hate it.
I think it's cool. Like, I would never describe it as better, but it's an interesting kind of experiment to try to.
Yeah. I guess I'm being a little too reactionary there, but it was using these like neural net algorithms to fill in, to interpolate, I guess, the extra frames and to do some kind of like hokey up-res to 4K. But I looked it up or when I was looking in the video, I was looking in the comments, and the guy who posted it said, all the credit goes to the algorithm makers, people like Waifu 2X and so and so. And that just made me go like, okay, I don't need to take this thing seriously.